This video is brought to you by the University Writing Center, a unit of the Department of Rhetoric and Writing at the University of Texas at Austin. You can contact us at uwc.utexas.edu.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and I'm with the University Writing Center, and this is just a short little 5-minute video on the elusive M-dash. I was reviewing a bunch of papers that were written for a class, and one of the trends I noticed was misuse of the hyphen. And so not understanding a lot about the hyphen myself, I decided I would kind of look into it and share what I found with you. There are times when we want to highlight a portion of a text and call it out to our reader. And we can do that in a couple of ways. First of all, we can use a comma. So Abraham Lincoln, comma, one of the most celebrated of American presidents, comma, did not start out in politics. A second way to do that grammatically is to use parentheses. Abraham Lincoln, parents, one of the most celebrated of American presidents' parents, did not start out in politics. I have to warn you, there's a whole group of people out there that don't like parentheses in the middle of a sentence, and I'm one of them. I feel like it just disrupts the flow and annoys the reader. But the bottom line there is you should probably know your reader and whether they have a hot button about parents or not. But it is correct, as is the third way, which is called the M-dash, using the M-dash. Abraham Lincoln, M-dash, one of the most celebrated of American presidents, M-dash, did not start out in politics. Now, if you look at your keyboard, you'll find that there is no M- key. There is a hack. There are keyboard shortcuts for both iOS and Android that you can employ to automatically make an M-. But Bill Gates makes it easier for you as well in Microsoft Word. If you properly use an M-, he will automatically convert it into, if you properly use the hyphens, the double hyphen, he will automatically convert it into the appropriate M-. And the thing to note here is that there is no space before or after the M-. It's just Lincoln M-1. I think that's a pretty common mistake, is adding the spaces in there. Here's some trivia, won't be on the final exam. It's called an M- because the dash is the width of the letter M. And the M- has a younger brother called the N- that we use to separate numbers. The store opens from 9 to 5. There's an M- between the 9 and the 5, no spaces. The United States participated in World War II from 1941 to 1945 using the N-. And called the N- because it's the width of an N. Again, there's no key on your keyboard for an N-, which happens to be a little bit longer than a hyphen. There is a shortcut that you can use, but frankly, at this point, I just give up and use a hyphen. And in recorded history, there's never been a professor who's pulled out a measuring tape and actually called you out for using the shorter hyphen instead of the slightly longer N-. So why then do we use hyphens? What are they for? And the most common use, I think, and one of the most common mistakes with a hyphen is they're used to join what's called a compound adjective. This is when you have two or more adjectives coming before the noun or the pronoun they modify that act as a single idea. That's the key. They have to act as a single idea. Otherwise, they're just two adjectives modifying that noun or pronoun. So, for example, you would never say it is a 5 document or it is a page document. You'd say it is a 5-page document. Well-known author, 35-year-old speaker, or a one-on-one meeting. So that's the hyphen used for compound adjectives. Now, this is the English language, so there has to be some silly little rule that counters that. And that rule is this: if that compound adjective follows the noun or the pronoun it's modifying, then that hyphen is not necessary. The document is 5 pages, no hyphen. The author is not well known. I met with a speaker who is 35 years old, or I met with a professor one-on-one. Again, no hyphens when the compound adjective follows the noun or pronoun that it's modifying. Okay, so that's it for hyphens, N-, and M-. Again, I'm Lynn. You can find me over at the University Writing Center. If you have any questions about this, please just shoot me an email at uwclynnwills@utexas.edu. Thanks a lot. See you in another video.